what's going on? Now the second coming of Drew Brees, apparently, because now what an elevation of comparisons for Mr. Purdy.
Yeah, they really are fucking sticking it up there for him, aren't they? It's like, it's Drew Brees.
Yeah, I was just like,
which almost, it's very funny how the media is still trying. I'm like, I at least like that they're giving him a little shine, right? They're like, he's got a lot of Drew Brees qualities, but it feels like it's kind of a demotion after they were calling him like, it's the second coming to Tom Brady, like one of the late round picks, but they have to give that to Mahomes now. So they're like, Mahomes is Brady.
Mahomes isn't going to be Brady. He's not getting 7.
I mean, nobody thought Tom was going to get 7 either, so. But you don't think there's any way he gets 7?
No, because to be Tom Brady, you have to get 6 with the Chiefs, then you have to leave, and you have to go to, like, the Giants and go
He's
get
got to go to Buffalo.
No, he's got to go to a team that's won before. So he's got to go to, like, the Raiders.
Oh, dude, that would be great. No, he's got to go to an NFC team because that's what Brady did. Brady was like, well, fuck you. I'll even go to a different conference and win it.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
Right? Yeah, that's NFC. Yeah,
he'll go to the Jaguars?
Are the Jaguars are AFC?
Oh, they are. Shit.
No, he's got to go to the Vikings. He's got to pull Brett Favre.
I was going to say, dude, take a picture of a great dick.
Yeah. They just can't. Mahomes is like, my superpowers don't work outside the Midwest. I can only stick with Midwest teams. If I go to a coast, things are going to fall apart.
Yeah. I don't know where he'd go besides that. St. Louis.
Yeah. I feel like everybody in their fucking mom knew as soon as the Niners kicked the field goal in the overtime and they had a time for them to do a drive, I was like, God damn it. Like, I knew, right? I didn't want to believe it, but in my back of my head, it was like, you know what's about to happen.
Dude, I don't care what anybody says. If you rewatch that play, your right tackle
fucked up so bad.
What do you mean fucked up? He's just like, I don't want to try on this. I'm just going to let Jones run by me and act like there's another person over here when there's nobody.
I didn't get it at all. I've seen that play now so many different times. There's all these people who are breaking down quarterback stuff all the time. So, but like I saw that play and I was like, what is going on?
That happened.
There's one guy on the entire Chiefs D-line that you have to put hands on. It's Chris motherfucking Jones. You have to put hands on.
Who?
Chris Jones.
I was so pissed, though, because I watched that again because that was the one pass where everybody's like, Purdy missed wide open receivers. I'm like, with that motherfucker running at you, he's not looking to his left. There's no chance.
There's Patrick Mahomes isn't making Chris Jones miss if he's that untouched getting through a line.
No, Patrick Mahomes. There's any quarterback. I don't care if it was Patrick Mahomes back there for the Niners. Even you're shitting your pants when that dude comes through untouched.
Yeah, no quarterback, living or dead, could get away from Chris Jones having a full straight line to you.
Yeah, it was.
If anything, it's crazy he got the throw off where Jennings, like, it wasn't really a great like vicinity, but he put it towards somebody where like
there's an opportunity.
A crazy play could have been made.
Yeah.
And it's just, it is what it is. And that's what sucks about the O-line for the Niners. Like, and it's been a problem all season. Like, that's one of the statistical categories Brock led all year was passing yards per pressure.
No, the thing nobody can knock is that the cornerbacks for the Chiefs were ungodly.
Dude, locked down. They locked down 4 guys who had each had 1,000 yards.
They went through the 4 of the top 6 offenses in the NFL this season and shut every one of them down in the second half.
To quote an ESPN analyst, can the Chiefs ride the D all the way to the Super Bowl? Pause.
Let's take that out of context.
And they did. The Chiefs dick rode Roger Goodell all the way to the Super Bowl.
Well, that's a funny thing because like you watch Purdy thrown into tight windows and all that shit, and I'm like, holy shit, he's got a chance to do this. Because
Yeah,
he outplayed Mahomes for the most part.
he outplayed it. Yeah, the stats. I like to non-football fans and people who didn't watch the game and don't know what they're watching. Yeah, like Patrick Mahomes threw for more yards, and had more obviously rushing yards. But as like a QB game, I feel like Brock had a better game.
I thought so.
Until Dre Greenlaw got hurt, Patrick Mahomes was not doing shit because they had Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw in the middle of the field, and with those two dudes there, it's locked.
Dude, Dre Greenlaw, he started that. I sent you that text because he tackled somebody and just beat him down like a savage. When he got back up, slammed the ground and just jumped up. I'm like, that's right. And I text you. I'm like, he is
Dude,
amped.
he was having a monster playoff run too.
Yeah.
Like he had that pick. I mean, he was making play. He was everywhere. He was such a big part of the defense. And then when he got hurt, first of all, what a freak way to get hurt.
Yeah.
Like he was so amped.
Thanks,
that when he was
UNLV. Your fucking field
Yeah.
fucked everything.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more about that online yet, but like I'm sure that's coming eventually. But I haven't seen much about if that's like if people are blaming the field. It was just a freak thing. It's crazy how many people have had AC or Achilles tendon problems this year. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
But I also blame you for that because you text me, Dre Greenlaw, man, he's about to have a game. And then he gets hurt, and I'm like, I'm going to fucking kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him. I turned to my girlfriend on the couch. I was like, I'm going to fucking kill Nathan. I'm going to fucking kill him. I put my hands on my head. I was like, oh, my God, this is not good. Because that's as soon as he got hurt, it's not that they went down and scored right away, but it's a change in the momentum.
It was a change in the momentum. The time I knew when the Niners were going to lose was not Dre Greenlaw, though.
No.
It was the beginning of the fourth quarter where you started losing people. Like somebody's out, he's laying on the field hurt, and they're starting to do that because that's what always happens. The losing team always will lose a couple people to injury.
Yeah, there's always some weird shit, like how Kittle was out during that huge play where another guy's in for a blocking play where normally Kittle would be in there, and then the guy who's replacing him gets a hold.
Yep.
It gets called for holding. Huge fucking play, just completely off the board at that point. It's just like, fuck.
Yep. And then Kittle comes in for the next play. He's like, nope, I'm playing.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's just, I don't even know. It was so close this time. That's what's like a bummer. And it's just a bummer that I've watched them play in 3 Super Bowls now, and I've just watched this happen. And it's not – that's the other thing. People are blaming Shanahan. They're like, we've lost 3 Super Bowls. It's like, he didn't even fucking coach the first one that we lost. Like, that was John Harbaugh.
No, they're thinking they got to be thinking Atlanta.
Well, they are talking about that one too. That's a stat everybody keeps bringing up that he's like, what is it, in the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl now, he's been outscored like 70-12.
Yeah. Dude, the bottom line is the Chiefs' defense is the biggest component, but you got bright side, I guess. Odds-on favorite to win next year is the Niners.
Yeah, as long as they keep everybody.
They have the money too, since they can't. They can't
do,
pay Purdy.
They can't pay him, but they also like. I watched the press conference today. As much as I told myself I'm going to stay away from this fucking postseason drama and like the off-season shit.
And
I don't want to
enter Aiyuk on Twitter.
Oh, that's the thing that bothered me the most because I love Brandon Aiyuk. He's been one of my favorite players since we got him, and I love him. And now he's just like they want to like. What's really weird is his brother and like his girlfriend are the ones saying it. And I'm like, why are they saying?
They're the Randy Moss on his shoulder, dude.
Also, to go to the Raiders, that would break my heart. That would literally break my heart. Well, I was talking with some of my buddies who are Raiders fans around here, some of my comic friends.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I was like, what is with the Raiders and always wanting the Niners sloppy seconds? Like, you guys got Rice. You guys got Garoppolo. Like, why do you guys keep getting our players like this?
Well, what's funny is the talk about him going to the Raiders, and it's like, man, I guess you don't want to play in the playoffs anymore.
Right. That's the other thing.
And if that's the case, come to Dallas.
No shit. But yeah, I don't get why you'd want to go there because they have a new coach this year. It'll be his rookie season, I guess, as far as being a full-time head coach, I guess is what you'd want to call it. I know he was the interim head coach.
Yeah.
but I don't know how that's gonna work.
It's
I don't
not.
know. I hope Brandon doesn't leave. I hope they keep Brandon because I think he's a pivotal part of that offense. And I don't know. There's a lot of people calling for us to to actually trade Debo, sell him high right now because he's had a great year and somebody will pick him up for how much he is. And rather than
I
pay
don't
him
see
or something.
why. Keep your team intact for as much as you can.
I think it's because people are frustrated with how he played in the Super Bowl. I mean, although none of our guys with that big receivers had that. Well, I mean, he had a couple drops, but it's not like they were great thrown balls either. Like Purdy put it in a place for him where he could only catch it and he got hands on it, but just couldn't make the play.
Yeah.
They also, my God, it was both teams, but how much fucking holding was going on in that game?
All of it.
Jesus, it was terrible.
What-
Bosa got bear hugged on one of them, and then, like, I know the Niners were definitely doing some holding on their O line and shit. So
Well, and the refs were calling it the entire first half. The second half, it's like they got a memo and just like, quit calling that shit.
you're right, which it was, yeah. I don't know why it all of a sudden quit being called. It was so fucking strange, you know. I don't know. That was and then like that one play where Purdy threw it to Debo in the end zone. That one dude, how do you not call pass interference when he's hooked his entire arm, like he's holding his arm down? Isn't that pass interference? You can't
you can't hold their
physically
arm.
restrict the arm.
No.
And he is. They showed the replay 3 times. I'm like, how was that not pass interference? He's not even making a play on the ball.
There was so much. It was crazy. And I was watching like amongst a ton of Chiefs fans. So I'm just sitting there like, oh, good play, good play. And on the sly, I was texting you. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was a bummer. I actually put my phone in airplane mode as soon as the game was over because I didn't want the text from people. Not that people were going to talk shit. I know a couple of my friends were going to be really nice and actually text me. Like my buddy Shane O'Connor, shout out Shane O'Connor. He texts me, and he's a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Text you the suicide hotline?
Yeah, and he goes, "I'm sorry, bud." And I was like, "I know it sucks." He's like, "I've been there, dude." And I was like, "So have I." Like, I've been here twice now.
I should have texted you and be like, sorry, man, I haven't been there.
No, it is funny. I did see a meme the other day where it was like the Niners was like haven't won a Super Bowl since '95, and they're like, "Oh, that's cute." And then it's Dallas haven't won one since '96. Ew, security.
That's one thing I don't understand is how nobody's brought that up. Is the Niners haven't won anything either.
They haven't, but I guess when's the last time the Cowboys made it to the Super Bowl?
Well, now you're just trying to hurt feelings. Okay, I need my weight.
You can't claim to be the boys and never.
Don't make me go grab my weighted cowboy blanket to give me a hug to make me feel better about my team. Okay.
It's the only time Dak makes you feel at home. It's when he's on top of you like that. Yeah, no, dude. I was gonna I had a bunch of jokes about Cowboys. I was like, you can't make fun of the Cowboys on this podcast. Your team lost.
Sure, you
I was
can.
gonna try to deflect so hard. I was about to be like, is this what it's like to be a Cowboys fan? That was the disheartening thing I saw online. By the way,
is that Dak Prescott got second in MVP votes?
That, first of all, is fucking asinine.
No.
Well, because he only got – no, it was Josh Allen, right?
No.
Because didn't Lamar Jackson get like 49 votes?
49 out of the 50 first-place votes. Dak Prescott was second, followed by McCaffrey and Purdy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It was the greatest insult I have seen in a long time to any of the people below Dak.
Yeah, well – they're not going to give – well, first of all, Christian kind of got fucked a little bit when it comes to that voting. I think he had a more legitimate case for MVP over Brock. But even still, you knew they were never going to give it to Brock. Nobody wanted to give Mr. Irrelevant the MVP of his second season.
He would have got the Super Bowl MVP if they would have won.
Oh, for sure. Which, yeah, he was great, man. Like, no turnovers. I know his completion rate wasn't that great, but he played really well. And that's the bummer, is I just wanted him to get one so bad. And it's because just being an Iowa State fan, I was so selfishly like, I just want him to get it. And then also that I'm a Niners fan, but I wanted him to get it so bad. And it's I know like the Chiefs made history being like another team that won it back to back, like it doesn't happen that often. But man, do I just not give a fuck? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I don't. I had no, like, there's nothing, like, cool about them winning it.
Well, I really do hate the fact they're calling themselves a dynasty.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Because if you're a dynasty, when they call Jordan, it's like, no. Jordan was a dynasty. He would have won 7 in a row, but he took off a year to go play baseball and let
the mob said take a vacation.
Yeah, if he didn't go do that, Houston didn't get the title in '96.
Exactly.
It doesn't happen.
And the Houston only got the title because the mob bet heavy on us and they fixed some shit.
What was that? Was that the Hakeem Olajuwon team? I think it was.
I think so. I'm not as big an NBA person as you, so you would know more than I would. I think you're right, though.
But yeah, no, that was the 1 year. It was a breakup, and then Jordan comes back after baseball and rattles off 3 more. Yeah, that's dynasty. When you say, fuck you, these are mine.
Or the Steelers, when didn't they have like a year? Didn't they have like a run where the Steel Curtain was unstoppable?
Yeah, where you couldn't leave the fucking team. There was you got to put that into context. The labor union wasn't so strong back then. You're kind of locked in. It was Steel Curtain defense, steel contracts.
True, but the AFC ran through them. And you could make a case, I guess, a little bit. I think it's early and premature to call them a dynasty.
Now,
I just don't think it's there yet. And like, I guess is the Patriot. I guess it depends on because it seems like they keep moving the window of time of what is considered a dynasty.
Patriots. The only reason I'll say it is they didn't do it 3. It was because over the span of 20 years, when you're always fucking in it. Right. Always. That's crazy. The fact that the Chiefs, we're fucking 4. We're a dynasty for the championships to get into there. Okay, we're in the AFC championships or whatever, right? No,
right.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, cool. So Buffalo Bills, they went to 4 straight dynasty.
Right. Exactly. The Buffalo Bills are then a dynasty by definition.
It's like no.
Well, same with the fucking look at the Niners, I guess. Then I don't.
Well, that's the thing. When you talk about Niners, Cowboys, they weren't dynasties of the 80s
they
and
were
90s.
The teams of the
team of the decade. That's right. It's like, oh, cool. They won 3 out of that. They ruled that decade.
Yeah, yeah. That can be more. I think that can be. I can get behind the team of the decade, but I can't get right now. They're in the front runner for team of the decade for the 2020s for sure. But
I'll say the Chiefs are the team of the decade. Unless
somebody finishes out this decade strong as hell, which could happen very easily.
It could, but
it just takes one bad thing. I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, especially because they got to keep. The Chiefs is going to be interesting to see what happens to that team because isn't Chris Jones, his contract's technically up, right?
Yeah.
So they have to renegotiate with him. I guarantee you they don't re-sign Chris Jones.
I
don't think they can pay him.
I was going to say, that defense is going to be tough to pay.
I don't think they're going to be. Dude, after this season, all those guys can go anywhere and ask any amount of money after the seasons they had.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just the reality.
Dude.
And then...
How do you feel if you're a Jets fan right now with Mecole Hardman?
What happened?
Mecole Hardman. He started the season as a Jet, so he was on the team in 2019,
right?
With the Chiefs and won, and he went to the Jets. He was playing for the Jets this year, and then he went back to the Chiefs,
and then won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, I guess. That's fucking wild. That's fun.
You gotta hate it. It's cursed to the Jets, dude.
The Jets, they're just cursed. I just recently learned about that. My buddy Sam, Sam Hershock.
Big Jets fan.
Huge Jets fan. And he told me about the curse of Joe Namath, and I didn't know this. Have you ever heard the curse of Joe Namath?
No.
It's that there's a rumor that Joe Namath sold his soul to the devil to win that one Super Bowl. And basically the Jets are cursed until he dies. So Jets fans on forums, you'll find it all the time. It's like, well, Namath just fucking died. So they love him, but they're like, just fucking die and we'll praise you from the dead.
Yeah. Okay, we'll put a Broadway Joe statue up front.
Yeah, they're just like we want a Super Bowl. Fucking die. I'm surprised there hasn't been one crazy Jets fan who hasn't done something outlandish. I won't speak that into the universe, but you know what I'm getting at. Yeah, I am pretty bummed. Dude, I was
Get that
severely
man a security
bummed.
detail stat.
I was severely bummed about the loss, though. It really fucked up my Monday. The only way to make myself feel better, and this is so fucking sad, is like I normally write every day for trying to come up with jokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just literally sat down at the computer and started typing about my feelings, and it turned into, why are you so stupid? Like, why does a game you didn't even play in affecting your mood this much? And I realized, oh, yeah, like, I need to quit. Once you put it in, like, physical writing and you read how you feel, you're like, oh, man, I'm gay.
Yeah, dude, it started out with you writing out sadness. Next thing you know, you're talking to somebody on BetterHelp.
Yeah, exactly. It was dumb, but like I was like actually pretty upset in that aspect. Just because it was so close. It was such a close game.
It was. I was upset the next day more because that game lasted over 6 hours.
It was.
I was dead.
It's the Super Bowl halftime, dude. They've made it too much of a spectacle for everybody because the NFL's so fucking greedy that it's barely about the football game.
Oh, no, I'll admit, I like that halftime show.
I mean, I didn't hate it, but you get the point I'm making.
Yeah.
It's like the whole point of it is they keep blowing it up to this point where it's, oh, we're going to try to get everybody. Mm-hmm. It was the most highly viewed Super Bowl ever, was this one. So kudos to them. They're doing what they want, which is getting more and more eyeballs every year.
Well, they had all the Swifties in there.
Yeah, that helps. But it's like, how much more do we have to keep expanding this? And I think it affects the play for sure. And I think that's one reason why the Chiefs kind of have like an edge over people right now. They've been at it, and it's at this like huge magnitude that you like understand how the scope of this game works, like the spectacle aspect of it.
I was going to say, halftime, you could go in and be like, man, I'm kind of tired. Good thing we brought all these cots so we could just take naps.
No shit. Stiffen back up, you mean? Then you got to re-warm up?
You're basically, that's what happens, because what is it? It's like an hour break in between?
Dude, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's wild. I will say this. This is my big takeaway that I'm really, really happy about. I'm optimistic about is what I should say. Brock Purdy had an MVP caliber season where he was a finalist in the MVP category and got the team to the Super Bowl his second year.
Mm-hmm.
After having a state-of-the-art surgery on his elbow and didn't really have an off season where he could train really. Mm-hmm. So now you have a full off season for him to just like prepare and get better where he can, without rehabbing an elbow, he just gets to work all off season and become better. I'm excited to see that.
No, your team will be solid coming out of the gate next year.
Like how scary, like he was good this year. How scary good is he going to be when he gets a full off season and they improve the O-line hopefully? Where he has even more time in the pocket?
You want to talk about scary? Let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys because it's a lame duck year for McCarthy and Dak Prescott. And I'll be damned if they have a season in which they actually go deep into the playoffs. You'll never see me more pissed at a successful team because I do not want them back.
You're hoping they tank this year.
Oh, yeah.
I want our coach gone. I want our quarterback gone.
Oh, yeah.
Both their contract years then?
Yeah, they're both done.
Oh.
They're both done.
You are just praying.
Yeah, I want them to be the Panthers.
Oh, do you now?
Oh, yeah, that's the level.
What if they trade and get Bryce Young and he comes over?
You know what? I'll take it. You know what? As a matter of fact, to guarantee we tank, let's start Trey Lance.
Oh, poor Trey.
Hey, you never know. Watch, he actually is awesome.
Yeah, he's just all of a sudden awesome. He beats Brock Purdy in a fucking playoff game. That would bother me.
It'd bother me too, because then I got to put up with McCarthy more.
Yeah, I don't think it's McCarthy's fault. I think it's your fucking Jerry. Jerry's fucking your guys' whole situation up bad.
I don't know, dude. We just in bad season. We need it.
Yeah, I know. Well, you can just keep praying on it, Nathan. God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. We'll actually start being good when Joe Namath dies.
So you actually liked the Super Bowl halftime show, though?
No, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I did too. I liked it. I will say this. This is my favorite part of it, is when Usher all of a sudden came out in roller skates and they did a roll bounce fucking segment.
No, it was really cool. So I was one of the many people, and this happened a lot. I was like, why is CeeLo Green there? It was Jermaine Dupri. And I was like,
I thought
what?
I thought at first too, like just because of the outfit, I couldn't see the face because of the microphone. Yep. So at first I was like, "Well, what song does CeeLo Green do?" I was literally trying to think about it, and then I was like, once I finally saw him move the microphone, I was like, "Oh, that's not CeeLo Green," but I don't know who that is. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, he changed drastically.
Yeah, it was very, very different.
I was just like, oh, but the whole time I was doing that, and everybody was laughing at me because I was like, I'm just waiting for Lil Jon, just waiting, because he's got to show up and just get his yay.
Everybody thought you were wrong and he wasn't going to show up.
Yeah. And then
I knew he was going to show up.
When he came on, well, I knew he was too. The second they said Yaz on, I'm like, okay, yeah, of course. He's going to be there.
Yeah.
So he's coming on, and all I'm doing is, yay, what? The whole time.
Nice.
And then, yeah. No, it was fun. I thought it was hilarious because I didn't even notice this. I mean, you noticed it while it was happening. The whole Alicia Keys thing being edited for the internet.
It got edited for the internet?
Yeah, so when she came on, she had like her voice cracked or something when she started singing. And then
oh, yeah. No, it did. That happened because I noticed it. I was like, why is she singing a little? Alicia Keys is a little off key.
Yeah. I was like, hey, it happens. Whatever.
Yeah, seriously.
She caught it and was right back in tune. I was like, that's fine. Whatever.
But I didn't know they edited it for the internet.
I didn't either. And the best thing I was watching, I'm like, dude, they're actually, this is them singing. This is awesome.
Right.
Versus lip singing.
For sure. Other than Usher was mostly just dancing and now and then just being like, confession.
Oh, yeah. I was like, dude, stop. He can't stop dancing.
Oh, it was very funny. I liked the roller rink part was making me laugh because this is what I was thinking the entire time. As I was like, roller rink owners across the nation are going, oh my God, it's about to come back. Honey, our business is saved. Usher's making roller rinks cool again.
All right. Hey, put up the Usher signs. Get people to Skate USA now.
Skateland's coming back. No, dude, that's what went through my head immediately is like there's a bunch of mom and pop roller rink owners like, I knew I wasn't crazy to shut it down.
Oh, man. No, it was.
Y'all laughed at me, but Usher's gonna save my business.
Oh, it was so good. I was
just thinking about big roller rink money, just like paying Usher, like, will you please get on skates? We need to save this.
I've never felt more like a complete dork than that whole thing because I'm like, no, this song, that's that right when it starts. And I'm like, oh, man, this is my high school jam. I remember this song. The whole album was awesome. And then I was like, holy shit, this is how all those old fogies felt when Prince came on that year. And I go, what the fuck is this?
No, I think that's what all of the millennials, like me and you, all realized as we were watching that. We were like, damn, this Super Bowl halftime's hitting. Wait a minute, this is kind of like when fucking...
Oh, no, is this like Cher? God damn it.
Just like when Steven Tyler did the Super Bowl fucking half. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
You just realize they do like, they just do a generation like move up.
Oh.
They just keep shifting it up because they know that's the demographic watching it.
It's like, oh, no.
And it's like, fuck.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I thought
Although, how great is it that like they had strippers on stripper poles for Ludacris? Like, could you imagine the old people who loved Prince seeing that on stage were probably losing their fucking mind?
I yelled, "Luda brought back the fro" when he came out. I was like,
great.
oh, "That is amazing."
They should have on the TV version. You you can't do it live. They should have done the fucking stand up one. They just make it fucking just like the mile long.
Yeah, watch out. His medallion is ridiculous.
It feels like a midget is hanging from my necklace. He probably can't even do that song anymore. He's like, I have to. He does a caveat up top. He's like, I wrote this song back in the early 2000s when midget was still an acceptable term.
He can't do it because Troy Vernon has passed.
That's true.
Yeah.
Was that who was hanging on his
necklace?
Yes. It was it really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure that was it.
But that's
or was it? I don't know. Or that was one of the Austin Powers songs he did. I can't even remember. There's too much crossover.
Yeah, there's too many. Yeah, there is a lot. You're talking about when he did Goldmember?
Mm-hmm.
Or no, what is it? Number one spot is what that was.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. I'm coming for the number one spot. All right.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy the Super Bowl halftime show quite a bit. My favorite joke I made the entire Super Bowl was only to you, because I knew I couldn't say this to my girlfriend and get a laugh, but I knew I'd get a laugh out of you. But when Usher was out there singing, I was like, I put down a bet on Bet DSI that R. Kelly shows up and they do Same Girl. And this is how we find out he got herpes from a young child with R. Kelly. That was a parlay. That was a 6-leg parlay. There were 6 parts that had to happen.
That was the only one that didn't hit. Damn.
Dude, I know it's fucked up, but I was just imagining how funny it would be if Kells basically did a Old Dirty Bastard, where remember when Old Dirty Bastard was wanted by the police, and he'd just show up to Wu-Tang concerts, do a couple songs, and then fucking run out. Like, I was just hoping R. Kelly would somehow break into the Super Bowl, do
"Oh Baby, I Like It Raw." Okay, I'm out.
Same girl. I gotta go. Let me pee on you. Bye.
Now I gotta go into the closet and just like
and the man under the sink was a midget. Midget.
Yeah, dude. No, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was very entertaining. Honestly, a little bit of a sloppy football game, but overall the football game was great. It was a good Super Bowl.
Yeah, and so was the overtime, in which I had no earthly idea what the fuck was going on. I thought the Chiefs...
I don't think anybody in the fucking world did.
I thought the Chiefs were going to lose because time was going to run out.
Yeah.
The clock's ticking down. They're not taking time out. I'm like, oh, cool. They're just ineptitude's going to make them lose.
Right. I didn't know what, because this is what bothers me. I think this is classic, okay? This is what just fucking happened, okay? The Buffalo Bills, because they bitched, moaned, and complained about how they lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Then the NFL's like, well, because we like Josh Allen too, and we got to make sure we keep all these superstars happy, we're going to change the rules. And then they change the rules in the playoffs, and nobody knows what the fuck's going on. And because of that, it fucked the Niners.
It was just bad. I didn't like any of it.
I don't get it. I think they should why don't they just do that? They're playing a full quarter anyway. Why are they doing next score wins? Why are we doing backyard football rules? Play a fucking whole quarter.
Yeah.
Do innings in baseball. Unless the home team scores, which is the bottom of the inning anyway, play the whole fucking inning. So just play the whole overtime like it's just a whole nother quarter. So you're just playing a fifth quarter of football. What's wrong with that?
No, I get it. That makes sense to me.
I think it makes it and I'm just bitching about it because my team lost in the Super Bowl based off of these rules. But also, I think just as a sports fan, I like football. I would like extra football.
Here's what I think. Honestly, they should do.
Mm-hmm.
Put the ball on the 20.
Oh, you do fucking college football
and
overtime
just
rules.
fucking go. And it's like, hey, if you whatever you score here, that's what you get. The other team gets an opportunity. Just do a quick sudden death.
Tit for tat.
Yeah.
Because like that's what college football does, right?
Yeah,
It's
something like that. Yeah.
they used to ananyway. I think they even changed it in college now.
But
too.
no, they should do that and just back. No, just let's see what happens here.
Right. I don't see why they don't do that. I don't know, especially because they care about scoring so much. Like they want to see scoring plays.
Yeah,
That's how you
do that
then.
to be more in line with like soccer and shit like that. It's penalty kicks essentially. Try and score from the
We
20.
should just do one-on-ones. So you get to pick your running back and one of your best defensive players, and they got to go out there and they're just like they're just trying to juke each other.
Yeah, you
It's
get
like
your
hockey.
quarterback. Yeah, you each go out there and you play on each side of the ball. You play a game of 500 and hope your team catches it.
And we're bringing out the Nerf Vortex. Okay, so that ball's whistling.
Quarterback has to throw it from his 45 to the end zone.
We just start doing Pro Bowl fucking games that they do now instead of playing an actual game
Yeah,
of football.
why not? Skills competition.
Peyton and Eli Manning come out. All right, we're running this show now.
It would be so much better.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, so I don't think anybody knew, or I guess apparently the Chiefs knew because they apparently had a game plan about how they were going to attack this thing, and I guess the Niners did too. And that's been like a whole thing. Everybody's been kind of shitting on Kyle for taking the ball first, and I'm like, I guess like, but like, why wouldn't you just rather, I don't know, score down and put the pressure on them? Why I get his argument for taking it first.
Yeah. No, it's just
So
nuts. The whole thing was.
he also, I guess, like, yeah, because I guess his idea too. I never heard him say this, but somebody said that he wanted the third possession. So like he was thinking there was going to be time still on the clock.
Gotcha.
Because since they scored or whatever, and they were going to get another possession to go down.
Yeah,
Which
it's so bizarre.
I don't
understand how
understand
it
it either. I don't understand it at all. So, but who knows? I don't know. Congrats to the Chiefs, I guess, in your beginning of a dynasty. You're not a dynasty yet, okay?
No.
You got a starter kit. 2 Super Bowls is a starter kit.
Yeah, dude. You're still making friendship bracelets out of your driveway, man.
Yeah, so
it
is what it is.
The funniest thing I've seen though is out of this is there was people making Travis Kelce candles up in Wisconsin and people calling it sacrilege, which I guess I'm guessing that's because it doesn't have a giant G emblazoned on it.
Yeah. If it said "Go Pack Go," it would be everybody would be totally fine with it.
Yeah. And then the other thing I've saw with Travis Kelce is this is huge. I mean, he won't get paid any of this because it would be highly illegal if he did. But certain cartels are using his image and name in packaging their drugs.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they calling it?
The Travis Kelce.
Oh, so it's weed? Or is it Colombian Bam Bam?
It's probably some Colombian Bam Bam.
They should call it take a bump of your coach from him bumping Andy Reid.
Bump into your coach. What do you have? And I'll have some of that. Keep me in the fucking game.
Yeah, people were fucking mad about that, about him bumping into Andy Reid.
Yeah, well, I mean, almost gave the dude a heart attack.
You know that too, but also like, I don't know. You're playing for the fucking championship.
Yeah.
And if you lose, you're not getting laid by the biggest pop star in the world.
Well, that's the reason.
I'll get anal tonight if I score a touchdown.
They had the bet from Cruel Intentions. If you win, you can put it anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically. I don't know. Like, but for real, like they're all ultra competitive dudes. Like, it is crazy to bump your coach. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't have the balls to do that. But
all I know is that was the first time I mean, I've never seen him up in person, but just him going next to Andy Reid, you're like, that man is a giant. Holy shit.
Right, especially because Andy Reid was a giant at one point.
Yeah. at one
He
point.
just shrank a lot.
Well, that happens with age.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I hope he walked over and threatened his State Farm money. He's like, you like being in fucking commercials, and you put me in this fucking game.
Yeah. Next time you try to flex, it'll be in a sling.
Do you not understand that drug companies paid a lot of money for me to win this fucking game?
I have connections now.
He starts doing. He's like, listen, Andy, look at me. Look at me.
Don't make me get in my Eras tour.
Hove's up there watching me blow it.
You're embarrassing us. Leo won't even look up, and he's been on the Jumbotron
You know
6
how
times.
hard it was to make Kansas City cool?
Yeah,
None of these people want to come here.
it's cold as shit.
But yeah, none of them hang out in Kansas City.
No, I wonder where they all go.
No, I don't. Oh, Nathan, see, they fly over the ice wall that's beyond Antarctica, and they go hang out in their fiery hell pit as demons.
Oh, okay. And they do all their cool little hand gestures, like everybody's saying Ice Spice like demonic gestures.
That was honestly, I was like waiting to get bombarded with people making fun of the Niners, right? Because I was watching all those memes and videos of like when the Niners were winning throughout the playoffs, like, and laughing at like, and I was like, man, I'm about to know what that feels like now. All of a sudden, I was like getting ready. I was like, oh, I can't wait to do this again. And all it was just like weird far-right Christians being like, everything's satanic. Then I'm like, then turn off the fucking game. You're part of the problem. You're giving it the most views possible.
Oh, yeah. It just crazy.
The conspiracy theory shit is getting so out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost, I swear to God, here's a new conspiracy, Nathan. They're putting out so many conspiracies and trying to make everything a conspiracy so much that I think it's a conspiracy to start calling everything a conspiracy. They're trying to double it down. So then you're just like, I don't want to care. I don't want to hear about any of it anymore.
It's an inception on conspiracies. Okay.
Yeah, dude. It's an inception conspiracy for sure.
It was funny because that was one of the articles I saw is just by the Chiefs winning. Not the conspiracy thing, but it just sent the alt-right community in just an uproar the second the Chiefs won.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Like, it's this weird thing. It's like QAnon got bored of doing Donald Trump stuff, and they're like, what can we do? I don't know. Let's fuck with the NFL, I guess. That's what's happened. It's fucking weird.
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. Okay, go.
Okay. I love conspiracies. I really do
like
learning about them. They're fun to talk about. We talk about them all the time. Okay, go listen to our episode MK Ultra. It's fantastic, and it's not a conspiracy if it truly happened. Anyway, but I love talking about them. I like the fun game of like trying to connect dots that aren't there. But let me tell you guys something. I used to be an event planner. Okay, I used to plan events. Do you realize how hard it is to fix or do anything? Now, events I'm doing were like weddings and like things at a convention center where people want them to be successful and are supposed to work together to make them successful. And even those fail and fuck up.
100%.
Now you're trying to tell me the satanic pop stars and the NFL commissioner, along with the entire NFL players union, is all working together so Joe Biden could get elected.
Yeah. 100%.
That's just what I love making conspiracy theories up. I love connecting the dots,
here's
holy fuck, guys.
Okay, here's a great one because this is on Politico that I saw. The Pentagon to the MAGA world. You need to calm down over Taylor Swift. I think they're feeding it.
No, the Pentagon?
The Pentagon's telling you.
Are you sure the Pentagon? I think, Nathan, they've always had our best interests at heart.
No, that's okay. I understand what you're doing, and it's an obvious misconception. You're confusing two things. You're thinking it's not the Pentagon. You're thinking the federal bank.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. In the Pentagon, that one where like mysteriously like a day after They announced that they were missing like $3 trillion. All of a sudden, like their accounting department got hit by something. I can't remember what date that happened on. It was something happened.
I don't know.
On September 10th, I think something happened.
Something about like a money printing press in the bottom of a basement of a building in New York.
Yeah. That's on Politico though. That's a real headline.
That's a real headline.
The Pentagon's like, yo,
chill. Hey guys, just chillax. How about Usher, huh?
Do you think the Pentagon ever goes? They were just like, hey, you want to see something? Hold my beer. We need another insurrection. Well, what if we got MAGA to attack Taylor Swift? Perfect. She's due for sacrifice anyway. Remember how we did that to Britney Spears so we had a good harvest? We got to do that to her now.
Hey guys, I know we were going to suggest this during the Super Bowl, but somebody's already tracking her jet. It's a college student. He's got a head start.
I love that she got mad about that. That's so funny to me that this one person was doing that. And I think they're climate activists. That's why they're doing it, right?
I don't know, because they did the same shit to Elon Musk.
Yeah, I think they did it to Kim Kardashian too.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Because she was taking literal jets from like LA to the other LA airport. So she go from like Burbank to LA
test drives.
International.
Gotta make sure that plane's going.
Yeah, but that's the big deal is like these people just use them like cars, which they paid for them. Yeah.
How else am I supposed to know if that Fresca's still good at 30,000 feet in the air?
How else am I supposed to get a cannoli in New York and then go get Texas barbecue?
Yeah, exactly. I need a cannoli from New York, and I need some Cuban coffee from Miami, okay?
Here at Uber Planes, we get you whatever you want from across the country.
Be sure to use our code _.com.
Yeah. It was weird what Ice Spice was doing, though. That was, like, it was weird. Like,
I don't know
anything about her. I know I've heard probably a song for sure, but I don't know much about her.
I don't know. I'm waiting for some weird linguistics person to be like, well, this sign means blah, blah, blah.
Oh, dude, I saw the craziest one. I should have sent it to you, but then I also, like, sometimes I get, like, I send you stuff, like, on Instagram that I see, and then I go, I'm just bombarding people with shit that, like, is annoying.
I do it to you all the time.
I know, but I know you do, but, like, then I'm just like, I don't know. If he finds it interesting, he'll send it to me, and I'll be like, oh, cool, we'll talk about it later. But because half the time, when you send me stuff that I don't send you, I saw it earlier that day.
Gotcha.
Because we're feeding each other. It just happens. But I saw a guy break down the whole Super Time Half Bowl. Yeah, Super Time Half Bowl.
Dude, okay. I can tell you watched the SpongeBob version of this.
I tried to tune in for the Sweet Victory play. They did do that on the Nickelodeon version.
Did they?
I wanted to watch that more than Usher. Winner takes all.
Shit, dude.
It's the thrill of one more kill. The last one to fall.
Wasn't that just the song off the movie or something like that?
It was an episode of It's from I'm sure it's an actual song, but it's in an episode of SpongeBob where like Squidward's gonna like put together a band to show up Squilliam.
Yeah, I thought it was off of one of the movies, but I've seen it
you're
before.
Thinking, I'm a go for go ball rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking of. No, this is no, that's just an episode of SpongeBob where they sing Sweet Victory, and apparently they did some kind of version of it. I think so. Anyway,
gotcha.
But the Super Bowl halftime show, this guy broke down a whole video about how all that had all these occultic fucking symbols, like him standing in the middle of like a circular fire thing at one point on that stage is pagan symbolism. There's the checkered board, which is often associated with Freemasonry.
With chess? Oh, Freemason.
Okay. Yeah, the Queen's Gambit. I'm more of a checkers guy. Chess is too complicated. And then like a bunch of other shit. And then like Alicia Keys' super long dress apparently is some kind of like Scarlet Witch kind of fucking symbolism or some shit.
Oh, what's wrong with being a fan of a movie?
That's what I said.
Yeah. I honestly thought when the way that played out, I was like, Hunger Games.
Yeah. I just kind of. I just thought of like the Red Wedding for some reason.
Everybody's gonna die.
Everybody's gonna die. I was like, my God, is Ben Affleck in the stands? What's that movie? What fucking movie was that?
The Red Wedding was Game of Thrones.
I know, but like when everybody's gonna die in a football stadium, there's the fucking movie with him and I think Morgan Freeman where it's like there's a whole like terrorist plot to attack a sporting event, and that's like the whole thing. Oh, I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll fucking think of it later probably. It doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. But everybody I think is always trying to connect these religious symbols, and I don't think there's always these connections they're looking for.
No.
I think it's just coincidental a lot of times because as human beings we put shapes and patterns in the same thing. Well, you see what you want to see, but then we all naturally put things in a certain order and patterns. Like it's just a natural
What
thing
I love is
times.
you're calling anybody that sees these weird patterns like, hey, you're like Rain Man.
You are. Well, there's always it's like geometry. Isn't there always like a perfect triangle with
fire?
things
That's a
and
pagan
shit?
ritual. Fire in a circle.
Fire.
Oh, there's a circle. Fire. That's a pagan.
Fire. Wapner on it for. Pagan ritual. Pagan ritual. Roll bounce. Roller skates. Pagan ritual.
It's saying the devil is rolling.
Yeah, there was even I think a thing. The guy even broke down apparently like the throne he started the show on and meant something. I'm like, Jesus, everything. I was
Everything.
like, if it's that well thought out and people are putting it past that many people, it's like, I guess, dude. How do you stop that? I don't know. You're obviously people way smarter than all of us being able to propagandize and fucking send satanic imagery to all of us.
Yeah, it's like a lot of it's reaching.
Right.
So, but now
says the dude with a longhorn and a dragon behind him.
That's right. and I got Neuralink installed the other day to help me think.
Yeah. This one
I got chipped up, dude.
I would just like to go on the record that I was doing the eye and the pyramid purely for acceptance into the Illuminati.
Yeah. Now, I was just throwing it up because I'm a fan of Jay-Z.
Yeah,
I throw up the rock,
dude. Oh, fucking Christ, dude. Well, at least it was
he wasn't promoted during that halftime show, apparently.
No, he was. Well, he was promoted throughout, which is, honestly, can we talk about my favorite
Okay,
commercial
let's
I saw
talk
this
about
year?
your commercial with the shit. Okay, here's what I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is funding this?
Dude, I'll tell you what it is. I'm pretty sure he gets us the website, which we visited multiple times on this show before. We broke this down, I think, last Super Bowl because they had another fucking commercial.
Yeah, no,
and
multiple.
we went and checked it out. Yeah. This one made me laugh because it was clearly all AI-generated images. They were like, woman washing homeless man's feet.
Yes.
Fireman washing.
You know why they're AI-generated, right?
Feet. Why's that?
Because not one of those motherfuckers would ever do it. You couldn't pay them. They're like, wait, you're going to give me $20 to wash? Fuck no.
No, I think it's because, Christians are like, yeah, we're not paying. We believe in slavery. It's in the Bible.
Like, I made a comment during this, and I go, this is a Mormon war chest budget going into these commercials.
Dude, that's like I saw a great meme today where it was Jesus. It was a picture of Jesus holding bread and wine. He's like, I would feed you, but I used my $14 million for a commercial.
Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, I don't have any more I don't have any more bread or fish.
I am convinced that it's actually not a real Christian organization. This is my theory. This is my conspiracy theory I developed.
They are the pagans.
They are the pagan. They're the ones who designed the whole Super Bowl halftime show. They drew up the imagery. Okay, they're trying to bring Jesus down.
Ice Spice, you're on
That's why they
camera.
gave him a shitty
Symbolism.
commercial. Jesus washes feet. Jesus washes feet. Dude, my favorite part is my girlfriend was watching that commercial and going, what the fuck is this? And I turned to her and go, it's about Jesus. she goes, what? And I was like, watch, this is going to end up being a... Because she was so confused. Because if you... like, and I know she's gone to church. I just, sometimes you forget shit.
Oh, the washing the feet was a dead giveaway. I was like, okay, right, I know what it is.
I knew right away. But she was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, it's Jesus. But I'm convinced it's an organization to troll Christians.
Okay.
I think they do these...
Just like Hobby
commercials.
Lobby.
No, they're on top of it. Oh. That's why they don't give none of their people birth control.
Oh, okay.
You could fuck in the break room, but if you're using a condom, I swear to God.
They're the most pro McMahon organization out there.
Oh, you like that hobby, don't you?
Gives you a pop.
Let me stick my hobby in your lobby. But yeah, I'm convinced that whole organization is just there is designed to troll Christians even more because of the satanic stuff they try to point out during the Super Bowl, and then they're like, "Hey, you want a really crappy Christian commercial?" Like they're just trying to show you how late they're like. It's like, hey, look, here's all this cool stuff, and then look at these lame people.
Yeah, those
That's
commercials.
What they're trying to do.
My favorite one was they had one of those commercials, not that one because they had different variants of it, followed immediately by Bud Light. Basically, without saying it, the underlying wordage was, "We're cool again. Hey!
We're not gay anymore." That was what Bud Light tried to say.
Yeah.
Without saying it.
I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they hired Shane Gillis, and then they went, oh, yeah, also here's a commercial talking about how cool we are.
Yeah, it's like, all right, whatever.
Okay, whatever. You guys are being real weird now. No, come on, we're cool.
Why are you following Jesus?
Honestly, you bring up a good point, though. I can't believe there aren't any Mormon commercials. They have more money than actual God.
That war chest is crazy.
Yeah, especially avoiding all them taxes. That's a good tax write-off for the church.
That's why I was like,
avoiding taxes.
They have the money. They could probably buy a solid half of commercials.
Especially because their whole point is they try to sell their religion all the time. Like with the missionaries and all that.
So you're saying they'd have a QR code to donate money in their commercials?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it would be really funny because what would happen is the Mormons did a commercial. They wouldn't actually do a good one. Okay. They would pay all this money, and it would be one of their best sales pitch missionary persons in their normal attire with the name tag and
the black tie.
Like, hi, I'm Brian, and I'm here to tell you about the Church of Latter-day Saints. And it would sound like a fucking South Park sketch. You would think Matt Stone and Trey Parker wrote
it would be great
thing.
Because when it ends
like,
with a donation QR code to BYU, it would be amazing.
Go Cougars.
We frickin' rule.
Oh, dude, it'd be so funny because everybody's going to be like, oh, they're making a Book of Mormon 2 sick, and then it never comes. They're like, wait, was that just a straight-up Mormon commercial? What the fuck?
Yeah, that would be great. Actually, I'd love to see that.
I would, too. A Mormon Super Bowl commercial. Dude, let's write it and just submit it next year to be like, hey, we know you're not going to air it. We don't have the money to pay you for it. But check this shit out.
Yeah. We could write the church back. We know you got the funds.
Right.
Just let it go. Let
us direct it. I'll sign the paperwork for a day. I'll be Mormon for a day if you let me direct this commercial for the Super Bowl for you guys.
Idly ho, fans. I hope you're doing good. Go both teams. But have you thought about joining the Latter-day Saints?
Also, you shouldn't drink coffee or booze while at the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift is setting a terrible example by chugging beer on national TV.
Oh,
Oh, but he's just like, "Hi, everybody. I'm Brian from the Church of Latter-day Saints. Sorry I couldn't make it to the big game, but it's in Sin City, and we're forbidden to go there."
Naughty stuff happens.
But maybe next year when they move it to a more wholesome place like Salt Lake City. It's never going to come to Salt Lake City. It never will because there's never
Party in the salt flats. We'll have Kool-Aid for days.
God, that sounds like you're going to die. That sounded like death for sure.
Welcome to our Death Valley.
You know where you don't have to worry about dying, Nathan?
Puntinggame.com. Check it out. We have the whole network of Punting Game there for you for free. So go ahead and go check all that out. But also on YouTube, type in Comic Wade Taylor. You can look at all this man has put up, stand-up comedy, his special Wild Horses, all right there. Like and subscribe. You get shows like this one, Not Worth the Time, clips of everything I've mentioned. But back on puntinggame.com, get some merch.
That's right, everybody. Head over to the Punting Game shop where you can get yourself some T-shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs to represent your favorite shows here at puntinggame.com. And guess what, guys? We have new merch. The new merch just dropped in the store for our new logos for each show. So go check those out. And don't forget to use promo code WGAF. That's promo code WGAF. And they get you free shipping at checkout, everybody.
Yeah, free shitting. You get free shitting.
Did I say shitting?
It sounded like shitting, but you get free shipping.
Ignoring my words.
You know where you don't get free shitting? At BYU. Man, seriously, Church of Latter-day Saints, we're serious. We'll make a commercial for you. We're out. Peace.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. I'm still sad.
Who is it?